On today's episode on projects to knock out so we can get these things out of the way and work on the main project, which is not this old Scamp, but the Scamp stopped charging. So I decided that I'll go ahead and fix that to get this thing in a mostly runnable state. I fixed the motor mounts on this. So that's good. I fixed the lack of a missing bolt on the the motor mounts, but the motor mounts are kind of old and crusty. So eventually I will replace those. But this thing's actually running pretty nice, other than the fact that it's not charging. And I found that this thing's got a huge crack on the valve cover. I don't know if we can see it. But I'll show it to you once I have this thing off. So the quick, easy project is I'm going to go ahead and replace the alternator. I've already taken it off. She's over here, and it's pretty crusty. It's probably been on there a long time. This is not the original engine in there. It's not even a 340. It just has a 340 air cleaner sticker on it. But yeah, we got a pretty crusty old alternator. Got the new replacement from O'Reilly's. We'll see if that works. And that's basically the first project. And then I'll do the valve cover today. I got two cheapo Amazon valve covers here. Actually, maybe those came from Classic Industries. So they were the cheapest ones I could find. I don't think they were more than like $70, which is a lot more than valve covers should be. And then I'll go ahead and swap those, and I'll take a look and see if the old ones can be fixed or if they're going to become wall art. So I'll be back in a bit. There you go. It's just a little bit cracked. I hope you can see that. I got a flash. That was my oil leak, obviously. And these are aluminum, even though they're look nicer than what I'm going to put on. I'm putting on these ugly chrome things. But that should work and stop the oil leak. Replacing this was more money than I wanted to spend. I don't know if I want to bother trying to. That might solder up or braze up or something, but I'm not sure it's worth it. Maybe these just became wall art. Okay, let me get the replacement in. Okay, mostly fixed. So I installed the 360 sticker. I got one of the valve covers on. I had this valve cover off and realized the new chrome valve covers do not come with the right attachment for the breather or for this little vacuum attachment that goes over to the carburetor, which I was thinking about trying to delete and realizing I probably can't. I think I will go ahead and order another one of these so I have a matching valve cover gaskets. But for now, that should have solved the oil leak. So I'm going to fire this up. Oh, I also got the new alternator in, and I don't know if you can see it from here. The shiny piece up on the firewall there is the new voltage regulator on the other side of the brake cylinder. It charges now. It charges way too well. So I don't know if I get a bad alternator, because this is from O'Reilly's and so is the voltage regulator, or a bad voltage regulator. I put the old one back on and it seems to charge just as well. So I'm getting about 15.7 volts during a charge. The battery is completely charged, so it doesn't need to be sending out 15 volts. It should be only sending out 12. So I'll watch that. This thing isn't going to get much action anyway, so we'll see. The old voltage regulator sitting over here on the shelf, old crusty there. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. Those things go bad all the time, so I should have 2 or 3 extras laying around at any one time anyway. So I'm going to fire her up. I'll look for leaks. I'll put her back up on the lift here. Well, she's sitting on the lift, but I raise her up and see if that truly solved that leak and what other leaks we have. As ultimately, I want this to sit up on the top shelf and put the station wagon underneath it. But I'm tired of the station wagon getting peed on by the Scamp. That seems like it's charging too much. I'll watch it. I'm concerned it's charging too much, but I don't feel like putting another alternator, so we'll watch that. I go replace my core, or drop off my core, get my $15 back. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and lift this up and watch for the leak, see if we fix that. There's a wagon down there in the yard. She's next. So it was leaking right there. You can see evidence of where it was leaking before. Oh, we got all this black crap on all those spark plug wires. I'm gonna let it run. Looks like there's a little bit of oil there already coming up through there. Make sure I don't have any pools on it. Leave that there. Oh, there's my soda. Well, that new sticker makes a world of difference. It runs so much better. I just installed 40 cubic inches. It's running very smooth. There was a couple of vacuum leaks I found. Get those plugged up. I haven't really done much. I haven't changed the timing or anything. Amazing how well it runs with no vacuum leaks. Doesn't sound like she's missing. Sounds like a gold engine. Doing its thing. Not sure what that is. Little tiny bit of oil leak coming out the bolts. I'll snug it up a little bit, but I don't want to tighten it too much. Didn't really have much to tighten. More. What I'm really concerned about is this guy right here. This is where it was cracked on the other one. Alright, mixed match. I've worn 2 different types of shoes at the same time, so no one's going to notice that. I'll get something else on order though. I didn't really want to spend the money on these low power performance valve covers. Maybe I'll just look around at swap meets and see if I can find one. I don't believe I can fix the other one. Or if I do fix it, will it stay fixed? JB weld it, something like that. Sounds like terrible. I'll probably do it. Okay, well I'm going to put this up on the lift. Rise it up on the lift. Close that a little bit. And just let her stand up there or sit up there. And I can look at the engine from underneath and see what if anything is still leaking. So I registered for Hotrod Power Tour. Originally was thinking about taking this, but I'm taking this wagon way down there. Do a little bit of minor body work, maybe a little bit of touch-up paint, maybe a decal or two. This thing here, I'm not taking it because it's just got too much rust and I don't feel it's safe. Neither does anybody else that I show it to. I think it's safe enough to drive within, 10 miles radius of the house. I'm comfortable with that. I've shown you guys in other videos what's underneath here, but I've repaired a little bit since then. I'm just rising up enough so I don't bang my head too much on it. That's probably good. Alright. Park it. There you go. Spitting something out. I wonder if she's running too rich. Nothing out that side. This side's spitting. Yeah, this side is spitting water. Or gas. Or gaslight. You can see it's all condensed up there. Interesting. It doesn't smell like gas. It smells like water. Oh, my hand's falling apart. Ignore my hand falling apart. Huh. Okay, let's ignore that. Mainly it's just so rusty in here. That, and I think we're good. This has already been done. We're solid here. We're solid over here. The seat mounts. This was originally a bench, and I put in buckets, so I need to come back and revisit that. That's not kosher. I do have a little bit of a leak here. I'm kind of hoping that a lot of this leak was the valve covers and it was just dripping down the engine and leaking everywhere, so it was impossible to tell it was leaking. A little bit of an exhaust leak over here. Not that bad though. Right up here where it goes past the motor mount, she's pretty solid. The key thing is where the torsion bars connect in. This side looks good. This side, not terrible. Definitely needs shocks all the way around. I was a little concerned about the, well, this exhaust is too big for this car. Way too heavy. I don't know what they're thinking, but it needs more hangers. It needs to be banged away from the steering arm here. I banged it up a little bit to try to get some clearance. This here was all covered in oil. It's definitely engine oil. So I'm watching to make sure the transmission's not leaking. The transmission seems pretty dry. That's not where this engine mounts up. That it bolts onto the other side of that, and that bolt doesn't go all the way through on this engine. So that's one of the things I'll do, is I'll take that all apart. Maybe next winter when I have heat in this, if I install heat in this barn, that'll be a winter project. Well, so far no major leaks. This was from before, and I'm not sure that's engine oil. Yeah, that's engine oil. So I really need to get a power washer in here and clean this up so I can tell what's a new leak and what's not a new leak. But well, I think I'm happy. I'm going to take this and put it out in the yard, bring the station wagon in, and spend a couple hours working on some minor issues with the station wagon. All right, well, I'm going to wrap it up, and this will be a short video this week. All right, everyone, take care.